The child who is allowed to speak becomes the adult who can think. A child's mind does not grow in silence, it grows in conversation. Before your child can write, before they can reason, before they can lead, they must first be heard. Now here's the shocking truth. The difference between a highly intelligent child and a child who struggles to express, reason, or connect is not always the school. It is not the curriculum. It is not even genetics. It is how much they were allowed to talk and how often they were listened to. Stay with me until the end of this video, because the one mistake most parents make during daily conversations with their children is unknowingly reducing their child's intelligence instead of building it. And today, I'm going to show you how to reverse that, starting from your very next conversation. As a child psychologist, I have worked with thousands of children, from toddlers to teenagers, and I can tell you this with certainty: children who are allowed to express their thoughts freely, ask questions, share stories, form opinions, make mistakes through words, develop stronger brains, not just in intelligence, but in emotional intelligence, logical thinking, creativity, confidence, leadership skills, and even academic excellence. Talking is not just noise. Talking is brain development in action. When a child speaks, neurons connect. When a child explains, pathways strengthen. When a child is heard, the brain says, "This voice matters. I matter." That belief becomes the foundation of intelligence, the science behind talking and brain development. Let's get scientific for a moment. Research in child development shows, by the age of 3, a child's brain is already 80% developed, and the fastest growing neural networks in the brain are connected to language, reasoning, memory, problem solving, social intelligence. When children talk, their brain is doing 5 major things. 1. Building vocabulary. More words, more thinking tools. 2. Strengthening memory. Talking about an experience helps the brain store it. 3. Activating reasoning centers. Explaining thoughts builds logical processing. 4. Training emotional regulation. Speaking feelings reduces impulsive reactions. 5. Training confidence. Being heard tells the brain, "My thoughts matter." This is why children who grow up in environments of healthy conversation show higher IQ and stronger emotional stability later in life. The big mistake most parents make. Now listen carefully to this. Many parents think they are communicating, but what they are really doing is talking at their children, correcting instead of listening, cutting them off mid-sentence, rushing responses, dismissing childish thoughts. And the child learns silently, "My words are not important. My thoughts don't matter. I should stay quiet." That silence does not create discipline. It creates mental suppression. And suppressed thoughts do not grow intelligence. They grow insecurity. What "let them talk" really means. Letting a child talk does not mean allowing rudeness, accepting disrespect, tolerating chaos, letting them dominate you. Let them talk means give them space to express thoughts, ask for opinions, let them explain their actions, let them disagree respectfully, let them tell stories, let them ask why. Without punishment, it means you value communication over control, because control creates obedience, but communication builds intelligence. Practical, science-proven ways to build intelligence through talk. Here are powerful techniques you can start using today. 1. Replace commands with questions. Instead of "go and do your homework now," say, "When do you think is the best time to start your homework?" This activates decision-making, time awareness, responsibility, and strengthens the thinking brain. 2. Let them finish their sentence, even when it's slow. Children process thoughts slower than adults. When you interrupt them, the brain learns, "Stop thinking, stay quiet." When you wait, the brain learns, "Take your time, think deeper." That patience builds intelligence. 3. Ask open-ended questions daily. Instead of, "Did you enjoy school?" ask, "What was the most interesting thing you heard today?" Instead of, "What did your teacher say?" ask, "If you were the teacher today, what would you do differently?" This forces reflection, creativity, reasoning, expression. These are the core skills of intelligent people. 4. Allow them to explain their mistakes. Instead of screaming, "Why did you do that?" try asking, "What were you thinking when you did this?" This teaches self-awareness, develops accountability, strengthens reasoning, builds emotional intelligence. The goal is not fear. The goal is understanding. 5. Talk with them during daily activities. Talk while cooking, talk while walking, talk while driving, talk while cleaning. Even simple conversations like, "Why do you think the sky changes color?" If animals could talk, what would they say? What problem would you like to solve in the world? These are not small talks, they are brain workouts. What happens when a child is heard? Children who are allowed to express themselves grow up to become adults who think clearly, communicate confidently, express emotions healthily, resist peer pressure better, lead better, solve problems better, believe in themselves, speak up against danger, defend truth, create solutions. Talking is not only building IQ, it is building leadership qualities. The leaders of tomorrow are the children who were listened to yesterday. A beautiful truth for parents. Listen carefully, dear parent. You do not need expensive schools. You do not need luxury books. You do not need advanced gadgets. You only need your voice, your ears, your patience, your presence. When you let your child talk, you are giving them the greatest gift of intelligence. Because a child who is heard today becomes an adult who will be heard by the world tomorrow. Tonight, before your child sleeps, ask just one powerful question. What is something you're thinking about that you've never told me before? Then stay quiet. Listen. Don't judge. Just hear them. And watch how trust, intelligence, and confidence begin to grow. If this message touched you, if you want to raise thinkers, if you want to build strong minds and confident voices, then share this with another parent today. Because every child deserves not just to be instructed, but to be heard. Let them talk and watch them rise.